Hello. Hello, everybody. Hi, Myra. Hi, Junju. Shanti. Shanti. Hello, Shivani. How are you?
I'm good.
So
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Not so good. My eye is still.
Yeah, I can see.
Mhm.
Is it a little better?
There's a little bit opening for this one, but both eyes, I got two red eyes.
I see.
So is it Shanti?
Yeah.
Yes. I am. Okay. I will. So I will share my Shivani, I've got you. Yeah, you're okay. So welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. We are on Rashi part 2 and today we are doing Aries to Virgo, and this is the lesson 8 of the foundation course. And this is me at a temple that I actually this is Jupiter temple where I am. And Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Brahma Murari Stripurantakari Bhanu Shashi Bhumi Suto Buddhascha Guruscha Shukraha Shanirahu Ketava Sarve Graha Shanti Bhavo. Om Dadhi Shankatusharabham Shirodharanavasambhavam Namami Shashinam Somam Shambho Mukhatabhushanam. So we are doing Rashi, and today we are doing the mantra for Somanama mantra. And this morning when I was attending the Baba conference, there was the priest who spoke about the mantras, and he said that the mantra, through mantra chanting, we can control the divine powers, or we can connect with the divine energy. So that is why mantra is so important, because it helps us to purify ourselves. It helps us to clear our thought process. So uh, and the nama mantra, these are simple mantras. So just the name, and you chant it properly, they can be very effective, and they are good as a starting point of mantra practice. Om Somaya Namaha. Om Somaya Namaha. Om Somaya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. So today we are going to look at Rashi, Aries to Virgo. The Rashi chakra is 360 degrees, the zodiac. It divides it into 12 Rashis. And here we have Aries to Pisces. So the key points to study are the ascendant, sun, moon. Ascendant is known as Janma Lagna. Moon sign is known as Janma Rashi. For the class, we will study the ascendant only. So this is Swami Shivananda's chart, and what you can see here is his ascendant is number 4, AS, that shows ascendant. He has Saturn, Mars, Rahu in the ascendant. And ascendant ruler moon is in number 1, Aries. So when we are studying the ascendant or any house, any sign, we want to know what planets are there in the sign, how the ruler is placed also. So the ruler is very important. So Mesha, Aries 0 to 30 degrees, cardinal Chara Rashi, Guna is Rajasic, Varna is Kshatriya, the warrior, Dosha is Pitta, element is fire, and symbol is the goat. Some of these we discussed last week. So Mesha, this is the astronomical symbol for Aries. It's 0 to 30 degrees. Mesha means a goat, and it's ruled by Mars. All the pictures of the signs that I have here are from a temple near Pondicherry. And I go there very often, and I have taken the photos from there. Mesha is the beginning of manifestation, the birth, the start of a new cycle of life. Wherever there is Aries, there is much newness, a sense of adventure, moving into unexplained territories. Mesha is ruled by Mars. So the ruler of the Rashi is very important. So we have already done the Navagraha. So you know what are the qualities of Mars and what is it that you're looking for. So Mars is ruled by, Mesha or Aries is ruled by Mars. Aries is the new beginning, a new way of life. It needs the rulership of warrior Mars with his conquering power, his ability to lead because it requires courage to go into the unknown, to experience what no one has encountered. The pioneering instincts of man are prominent. Agni, the fire god, rides the goat as well. So Mesha means a goat, and Aries is a fire sign. And here we have the deity. Goat or Aja. Aja means unborn. In Aries, it indicates yet to be realized potential. Mars deity Murugan saved the goat from being sacrificed in a yagya. Yagya is a fire ceremony, and was against violent prayers and encouraged vegetarianism. You see, one most important factor about Aries is that yet to be realized potential. That means that if you are Aries ascendant or you have important Aries energy, you can feel that other people don't understand. There is more to you, and there's a lot of potential. Not everything gets realized immediately. What Aries have learned in the past life may not be of any use to them now, because Aries is a new cycle. They need to relearn the lessons of lives. They are impulsive and fearless. They have no idea of the problems or challenges that lie ahead. I am sure many of you experience this, that you take on something and you think everything will be smooth, but there are difficulties or challenges that we have to deal with. Life at the first level of manifestation can be experienced as selfishness, pursuit of lower desires, sexual conquests in a young soul. A more mature soul will experience this journey through learning about new healing powers, exploring areas of knowledge no one has searched before. Sun is exalted in Aries, reflecting the purity of the soul under Aries. The soul has not had the chance to get contaminated by worldly influences as yet. Saturn is debilitated in Aries. Saturn shows his worst nature in Aries. Saturn is connected to death of life, of illusions. Aries is about birth and new beginnings. Placement can lead to immense frustration. Also, Aries are very fast. They want to do things quickly. Saturn is naturally very slow. So when he gets placed in Aries, sometimes he becomes impulsive and angry. So those are things one has to watch out for. Aries positive. So each sign has a positive way of expressing itself and a negative way. And you will see that sometimes both aspects come to life. So Aries positive are action-oriented, need to be involved in scaling new frontiers, being active both mentally and physically. They are dynamic, original, independent, pioneering, forceful, adventurers, sportsmen, women, confident, heroic, open. Aries negative can be fickle, quick-tempered, restless, rash, impatient, stubborn, aggressive, violent, selfish. You'll always see Aries, even the best of Aries can get angry or irritable easily. So this is just part of their nature. Aries physical attributes. Aries has blood red complexion, has huge solid body. Aries does not like restrictions of any kind. They enjoy freedom like wandering in the hills. Aries rules the head, brain, face, jaws, pineal gland. You know, when you're looking at health astrology, or you want to see if somebody has a problem, where to look for those body parts, then you know where Aries, what part Aries rules. So this is the chart of Robert Kennedy. He was the brother of John F. Kennedy. And it was quite difficult to find an Aries ascendant. Here he's Aries ascendant. No planet is in Aries, but he would have been very fiery, adventurer, you know, uh, a warrior is in modern terms is more somebody who's the boss or organizer. But here we see his Lagna Lord, Mars, is here in number 7 sign Libra with Saturn. Remember your Mars Saturn class I was telling you, Mars Saturn, it's a frustrating or difficult combination. So this is his Lagna Lord. And sometimes the frustration makes you achieve things also, because you get frustrated and you can achieve aspects. This is King Charles III. He's going to be crowned the king in 2 weeks' time. And here we see he's Cancer ascendant, but his moon is in Aries. With Rahu, you can see that Aries, and also he was quite adventurous at young age. He was also a sportsman. He used to ride horses. And he is irritable sometimes. He can get irritated easily. So that is Aries quality, but sometimes also gives a fresh approach to life. Now, these days we are getting a lot of Aries, and this is the chart of today. So you can see here Rahu, Mercury, Sun, and Jupiter. So Sun is exalted, but Sun, Rahu are very close together. This is the live chart for right now. And so you can see 4 planets in Aries, and a lot of new things. You may notice even by transit, a lot of new things are happening. And the ruler for Aries, Mars, is in Gemini, and Mercury is in Aries. So they are exchanging signs. I want you to start getting comfortable looking at the chart. You may not understand everything because it takes time, but it is important to know what is happening. And so this Aries, with Jupiter going into Aries, it went in on 21st. There's a lot of new things happening in life. You'll see whichever country or people you see, there's something new happening to them. And in our class, we have Mohini and Snow are Aries. So just to show you in the software, if you have Shri Jyoti Star, you can go here and find this ascendant. So here I found Aries ascendant. So anybody in my group right now will come out, and there we have Mohini. So we see Aries ascendant and Mars in Sagittarius. Mars likes being in Sagittarius, but it's with Saturn. So you have to think, how does Saturn impact you? Do you feel frustrated, irritated sometimes? Because why is Saturn irritating? Because Saturn is blocking Mars from doing what he wants to do. Excuse me, my eyes, both my eyes are red. And so I have to just take care. So you can see here that both this Mars-Saturn combination is there, Mohini. And Snow, we have Aries ascendant, and ascendant ruler Mars is in Scorpio. So you see, we have 2 people here, both Aries, but depending on where the ascendant ruler is, how it is here, Scorpio is good position for Mars. Remember, Mars's own sign in Scorpio. So that is a strong Mars. So, but Aries is got no planet in it. So these are important things to see when you're looking at the signs. Then we come to Vrishabha, Taurus 30 to 60 degrees, and here we have the bull. Vrishabha means the bull ruled by Venus. It's a fixed Sthira Rashi. Guna is Rajasic, Varna is Vaishya, Dosha is Vata, element is earth, symbol is the bull. These informations you need to remember, and then you try to analyze what each one means. That is what happens. Vrishabha represents the creative potential. This is the second stage of cosmic evolution. Here, the desire instead of action predominates. The Aries is, I want to act. Here, I desire this, I want this. Physical, material, practical needs are prominent. The need to procreate is part of the soul's mission. Vrishabha is ruled by Shukra, Venus. Venus rulership is all about finer things in life. Luxury goods, music, quality food, comforts, love of beauty, all what the Taurians love. Taurus is a very sensuous sign with love for money and pleasures of life. Food is very important to Taurus. I have two of my nieces are Taurus ascendant. When I say Taurus, I usually mean Taurus ascendant, not sun sign or moon sign. And they love food, different ways. If you go to visit them, they all have very interesting food. They love to serve. They will be experimenting. They don't like anybody else cooking the food. They will want to cook it. So there's something about Taurus. It's an earth sign. They like earthly things, nice home, nice car, nice food, family, that is sort of aspect. The bull is the animal. This photograph is from Kanchipuram. This is a 7th century bull at Kailashnathar temple. Nandi bull is Lord Shiva's transport. And Nandi bull is transport of Lord Shiva. He guards and protects Shiva. Nandi bull is very auspicious, and women in India seek his blessings to grant them children. The Taurian energy to nurture, to procreate, and protect. Sexual activity, procreation, children are part of Taurian impulse. They like to guard what they regard as precious. They can be highly devoted to God. The bull is used for tilling the land, for transport, and a symbol of male potency. Bull is also very hardworking. So you see that Taurus can be very hardworking. And once they decide to do something, they will continue working at it. Moon is exalted in Taurus. Moon loves the practical, sensuous promise of Taurus. It also highlights comfort-loving aspect of the moon, shows immense clarity of mind. Rahu is exalted in Taurus as well. And Ketu is debilitated. Rahu loves the practical material side of Taurus, whereas Ketu finds it difficult to deal with it. Ketu will feel guilty of having wealth, of desiring material things. It can reject them or feel uncomfortable with it. So that is an aspect of Rahu in Taurus, very good Rahu position. In all these cases, when you are analyzing the planets, you have to look at where Venus is also, not just Taurus on its own. Taurus positive, reliable, hardworking, loyal, patient, trustworthy, strong-willed, lover of luxury and good food, musical, cautious, prudent. Their hard work is not always appreciated, but Taurus can work very hard. That is just part of who they are. On the negative side, they can be lazy, selfish, possessive, jealous, nervy, stressful, obstinate, boring, rigid. You see, nervy, they are Vata sign. Taurus is Vata, so they can have a lot of nervousness. Taurus is fair in complexion, has a tall body. Taurus rules the throat, neck, voice, ears, tongue, tonsils, thyroid. Enjoy domesticity. They like to live in villages, small communities where they can feel comfortable. Of course, sometimes people have to live in big cities also, but they like community. They like domestic life. And, you know, sometimes when we say Taurus is fair in complexion, it depends according to what part of the world you are, will be fair according to how other people are. And I find these sometimes the physical attributes not easy to judge because I can never tell somebody is Taurus, but um, it's given in Brihat Parasha Hora Shastra, so I have written these. On the negative side, they can be lazy, selfish, possessive, nervy, stressful, obstinate. I've already done that. Sorry, I went the wrong way. Now, Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, he's Taurus, and you can see his bullishness in the war he's fighting. He's not he, he's not moving back. Once he has decided on a course of action, people may say it's right or wrong, but he has that tendency to work for it and work hard. And here we see his Taurus ascendant. No planet is in Taurus. Venus is in Capricorn with the sun. So sun is very close to Venus. So you can see that Venus is combust, burnt out. So that's another quality. Maybe, in his, it's important for him to pursue the sun. Sun is power. But also that drive, that bullishness, you could say, that I want to do it, I want to achieve, that is there. So in the class, we have only 2 people with Taurus ascendant. So this is Muthu here. And what you see here is that 3 planets are in Taurus. And we have Ketu, which is debilitated in Taurus. So Ketu is not interested in the material offerings of Taurus. He's more interested in spiritual things. So that can be a contradiction, that on one side you want practical, material, worldliness, and the other side Ketu saying, no, I don't want. And Venus, the lord of this Taurus, Venus is in Cancer. Cancer, we'll talk about it in a minute. It's more home loving, nurturing, caring. But 3 planets in Taurus, that means Taurus personality is very strong. And there will be a sense of consistency, regularity. Once Muthu decides he wants to do something, he will be consistent with it. It's not, I'll change tomorrow, want something else. So normally Ketu in the ascendant is very good for study of astrology, but it may not be so good for practical things. Or Here we have Su again with Ketu. Ketu is in the ascendant. Same factor what I said to Muthu, that Ketu in the ascendant, good for astrology. But you can feel that there's both the desire for material things and then not desire for material things, because Ketu in Taurus does not want those things. So he can feel guilty about it. He can want something different. And here the ruling planet, Venus, you can see is placed with 1, 2, 3, 4 other planets. So that means that Venus has lots of other influences. It's in Scorpio. It's with Mars, Sun, Mercury, Rahu. So you have to think, Sue, you have to think, how does this affect me? What is the impact of Ketu in my ascendant? Of course, you're studying astrology. So that is a very good thing to do for Ketu. So now we are talking about Mithuna Lagna. And Mithuna is Gemini, 60 to 90 degrees. And here we have this Mithuna boy and a girl. It's a couple rather than twins. Ruled by Mercury, mutable Dvisvabhava Rashi, Guna Satvik, Rajasic, Tamasic. Remember, Mithun can be anything. Varna is Vaishya, Dosha is Tridosha, element is air, and symbol are the twins, couple, or duality. Vaishya Varna is a business. Gemini can be very good at business. They have a certain natural quality. Mita is to associate with, unite, pair, copulate. Mithuna is a couple, not an individual, junction point, living together, cohabitating, twins, union. Mithuna also means the sexual act, the search for the other half, or the need to be part of a couple begins in Gemini. Gemini can feel unfulfilled without a partner or a significant other to fulfill their quest. Duality exists within them, male and female, objectivity, subjectivity, yin, yang, spiritual, material. They are very flexible, mutable sign. This energy is not just sexual in nature, but about mental agility, understanding the other side of nature. Gemini will always look at the other's point of view. Mithuna is very influenceable. Mercury, the ruler, is mutable, takes on the characteristic of the planet it is placed with. If you are Mithuna or Gemini ascendant, you have to be careful of the company you keep, because it's very easy for you to get into the wrong company or get influenced by the wrong people. So you have to keep your own attention. They are intellectuals, changeable, quick of mind. They can be satisfied as they're looking for higher and higher mental satisfaction. There can be fickleness, mental pressures, stress-related problems. Mithuna is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is intellectual, changeable, quick. They are never still. They are active, independent. Gemini need to be careful that in search for higher intellectual satisfaction, they do not lose sight of their present goals. What I've noticed is Mercury and Gemini, they're very curious. So anything new comes along, they're very fascinated. They want to do that new thing. Symbol is the twins or the couple. This is Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi. No planet is exalted or debilitated in Gemini. Gemini represents the soul recognizing duality and actively searching for it. Here, no planet is debilitated or exalted, although Mars is not well placed in Gemini. Why Mars is not well placed in Gemini? Because Mars is a warrior. If the warrior thinks too much, he'd never go for the war. He'd never fight. Because if you say, oh, hang on, I need to analyze all this, I need to work it out, then that is a difficult one. Gemini positive, they are intellectual, planners, thinkers, witty, adaptable, youthful, writers, creative, progressive, active. They need to keep themselves always on the move mentally. Their mind is always working. Negative, they can be fickle, changeable, impressionable, deceptive, nervous. One of the qualities with Gemini is they can deceive themselves. They can tell themselves, oh, this is correct, just now it's nighttime. It's not necessary for other people to deceive, but in a very negative way, sometimes you'll see that Gemini can deceive others also. So that negativity has to manifest. Gemini has fair complexion with a tinge of green, olive tone. So mostly olive color is like Mediterranean color. But according to your background, say I'm Indian, so if I were a Gemini, to have little bit olive color. Their body is well-shaped, proportionate, usually slim, tall with long arms. Gemini rules shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, upper ribs. You'll see Gemini also, will usually have long hands also, long, slim hands. That is a signature for Gemini. So this is Albert Einstein's chart. And here you see he's Gemini. So definitely a lot of multitasking, doing things. His ascendant ruler, Mercury, is debilitated. So debilitated means that Mercury is very idealistic. It's looking beyond just evidence, but here we can see lot of outside influence. Saturn is there, Venus is there, Sun is there. So he had lot of influence. Remember, Venus acts like the planet it's placed with. And Einstein was part of the team responsible for the atomic bomb. So, he got influenced into it. Later on, he regretted it. But that technical advance that Pisces means it went beyond normal. Often I notice that Mercury in Pisces is not very practical. So that is something to watch out for. I think we have many people in the class that are Gemini. Let's just look. No, only Sukanya is Gemini. I think it's the other signs then. So here we see Sukanya, Gemini. Gemini is always multitasking, doing more than one thing. They can be studying two different things. They're always thinking about multiple things, not just two things. Here we see the ascendant ruler Mercury has gone into one sign, Aries, with Ketu. So Mercury, Ketu definitely interest in astrology, past life, yoga, philosophy. And it is the ascendant ruler which is with Ketu. We saw earlier on also um, Su and Mutu both with Ketu prominent. You see that in people who follow this path of studying yoga, spirituality, Indian philosophy. And here again, we have the Sukanya with it. So anybody has any questions, anything they'd like to ask?
Hi, Camilla. This is Satya.
Yeah, hi, Satya.
I just wanted to clarify about the gunas. I thought I saw in your slides that Taurus is Rajasic. I'm just confused because Taurus is a fixed sign. I thought you said before that fixed signs are usually tamasic. Am I right, or am I
There is a tamasic quality to fixed sign, but generally Aries to Cancer, they have a rajasic quality to them. There's
Oh,
a searching outside and
so
yeah.
so it's not necessarily that cardinal signs are always rajasic or that fixed signs are always tamasic. It's not like that.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Myra's asked, is Rahu in Ardhara okay? Yeah, Rahu is okay. We have not reached nakshatras as yet. When we go to nakshatras, you can ask again. You see, everything is okay as long as you know how to work with it. If you are not using anything properly, it can be very bad or destructive. Just like I've explained, you driving a car, if you don't know how to drive it, you can cause all sorts of accidents. And there are different types of cars. They can be a very basic car, or you have a Ferrari. So you have to learn how to use the energy. And generally, Rahu in Gemini is quite good. It's not negative. So now we come to Kartaka, 90 to 120 degrees. All these photos are from the temple in Pondicherry. Ruled by the moon, cardinal Chara Rashi, Guna is Satvik, Varna is Brahmin, Dosha is Kapha, element is water, and symbol is the crab. Actually, here just Satya, one answer to you, that some of these gunas I've given according to the rulership. So for example, Taurus, Venus is Rajasic planet. So in Taurus, I have given that Rajas quality. Here the guna is Sattva. So for moon, because moon is Sattvic planet. So there's all sorts of ways of looking at gunas as well.
Okay. Thank you.
So Karka means white. You can call it Kartaka or Karka. Both is fine for cancers. Good, excellent, mirror, water jar, small cucumber, root of lotus, a poisonous root, and crab. They are pure conductors for the soul to transform from spiritual to material. There is poison at the end of Cancer. This is known as Gandanta, or a spiritual knot. So if you have planets right at the edge of Cancer, then this is the poisonous root, at the end of Cancer, not the whole of Cancer, just the end of Cancer. Kartaka is ruled by the moon. Moon waxes and wanes. It is both outgoing, inward thinking, social, mysterious, secretive. Moon is the fastest moving planet in the zodiac. Cancer are never still. Being a water sign, they are emotional, possessive, very adaptable. They feel rather than think. If you ever know Cancer, they love movement, because moon is always moving. They don't like to stay still at all. Symbol is the crab. Crab live in water and earth. Crabs aboard neither the deep sea nor the middle of earth suggests at this stage of cosmic evolution, the soul is still immersed in universal consciousness, water, but learning to live the practical reality. Also, Cancer can straddle two types of lifestyles. They can be, living in two different worlds, different from Gemini, but they're sort of living halfway house sometimes. The 10 feet of the crab are the 10 sense organs, 5 working on a subjective level, 5 on an objective level. The crab has a hard crust. The shedding of the shell represents the continuity of the soul through the various incarnations. Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. Jupiter is a planet of wisdom. Cancer impulse allows the wisdom to be nurtured. Mars is debilitated in Cancer. This is not Mars. This is Mars deity, Lord Muruga. But what happens with Mars? He's a planet of action, finds emotionalism of Cancer difficult. Actually, Mars loves Cancer, but it's not good for Mars because Mars is a warrior. He, in that comfort, emotional Cancer, mother saying, don't fight, have a comfortable life. Those are not the things that warrior Mars needs. Warrior Mars is weakened by the love of comfort of Cancer. Fire of Mars can be put out by the water of Cancer. Mars can also steam up Cancer. So sometimes Mars in Cancer can be angry as well. I find that Mars in Cancer, you see the warriors, they have to have a harder life. So in Cancer, they are looking for comfort, so that can compromise the quality of Mars. Cancer positive, emotional, self-reliant, intelligent, perceptive, imaginative, hospitable, psychic, family-oriented, house-proud, creative, loving, intuitive, caring. I mean, Cancer is the house of the mother. So whether you're a man or a woman, you want to look after people. You want to nurture them. You will feed them. That's what Cancer like to do. Cancer negative, changeable, fickle, hypersensitive, lacking confidence, secretive, overly emotional, irrational, moody. Cancer can be very moody. One day they are all very happy, next day they are moody. So if you are Cancer, you can see that not every day is similar to the next day. Physical, Cancer has rose-tinted glasses. They can tend to be overweight. Their body is usually big. The face can be round like the moon. Sometimes you can easily make out a Cancer because they've got a perfectly round face. And they can be the Cancer ascendant or Cancer with lot of planets in Cancer also. They can have that round face. Cancer rules ribs, womb, digestive organs, breast, pancreas. Now, Gandanta is a spiritual knot. As we try to untangle it, it becomes tighter. Gandanta is at the end of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, beginning of Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. The 48 minutes at the end of water signs and at the beginning of fire signs is called Gandanta. This is the junction of water and fire sign. So when you have your ascendant, sun, moon, any planet in Gandanta, this is a complicated aspect. And we have a chart here. This is Katie Holmes. She's a well-known fashion personality here, most famous for being married to Tom Cruise, but she's always featuring in magazines because she wears very nice fashion and clothes. And but here what we see is her ascendant 29 degrees 11 minutes, very close to Gandanta. So when the ascendant is in Gandanta, it gives an unsettled life. That is the problem with ascendant in Gandanta, because ascendant covers everything. But she has moon in Cancer, so she can be very good mother, mothering. She got Jupiter exalted in Cancer. The line underneath it shows it's retrograde. But this Gandanta, this is not the easiest energy for her. I know a very good friend of mine who has ascendant Gandanta. And he's successful, everything, but there's some aspect that he feels unsettled, always this sense of not belonging. And I personally, I have my son in Gandanta, and sun being in Gandanta means that what would that affect in my chart? You have to think the Karaka of the sun, father. So my father was not present in my life at all, not bothered about me. I used to be very upset about it earlier. Then when I studied Jyotish, I saw, oh, my son is in Gandanta. It made full sense because that's what is indicated in my chart. He was only behaving according to the indication. So you can see this. Now this is again King Charles. Now we see his Cancer Lagna, Aries moon. So you studied Cancer and Aries, so you have to blend the two together. He can be very loving, nurturing, caring, but he also can be irritable, adventurous, innovator. Now, also as King Charles, he's bringing a lot of new ideas into the old institution of monarchy because that's who he is. He's Aries. He wants something new. He wants something different. But he can also be impatient, wanting to do things quickly. So a lot of things that you have to study to make sense. So let us look Cancer. We have a lot of Cancer here in the chart. So this is Bindu. So we can see here Cancer, Jupiter exalted in Cancer. So that is very good to have Jupiter in Cancer. Generally, Jupiter in the ascendant is regarded as very positive. There is the retrograde element. You have to think, how does that affect you? And the Lord Moon is placed in Libra. There's no Gandanta in Cancer. We are always looking, is there some Gandanta, something to think about? So there is no Gandanta. Jennifer, another Cancer. Here what we see is that Cancer with Rahu there. So Rahu is always looking for foreign things, foreign ideas, loves traveling, wants to do things, wants to be the best mother, the best nurturer, because it is in Cancer. The ruler moon is in Aquarius. One of the problems for everybody who has moon in Aquarius right now is that Saturn is in Aquarius by transit. This is the now chart. So you are experiencing, for Jennifer, not only Saturn is going over your moon, it is your ascendant ruler he's going over. So this can bring some challenges for you. So you need to be patient at this time with this year especially. But studying is very good antidote when you are going through these challenges. Myra, another Cancer here, and moon is in, ruler is in the 7th house in Capricorn. Capricorn we haven't studied as yet. We will study next week. But you see, Cancer will be a quality there. And you can see Myra also. I think Myra, you have a little round face, around, very much a lunar face. I'm thinking that you have to look at yourself in the mirror to see whether that is true. But you see here, and it's in the opposite sign. So sometimes you think you're two qualities, both nurturing Cancer and practical Capricorn. So both those qualities are there for you. Monica, another Cancer. You see, we have got different Cancers, all with the ruler is somewhere else. So each person, even though the starting point is the same, depending on where the ruler is, it makes a difference. So here we have Monica, Cancer ascendant, and moon is in Gemini. So Gemini quality is very much also part of you, multitasking, doing many things, very curious, wanting to know new things, as well as intuitive and emotional. So you have that intellect intuitive blend for yourself, Monica. Samir, again, Cancer here. And we see moon is in Virgo, but with Saturn and Mars. So in Virgo, we just come to it later today. It's a very perfectionist sign, analytical. So there's a mixture of the ascendant Cancer quality and the Virgo quality, but also Saturn's influence. Sometimes you can feel a lot of pressure on you. So it is important to do something like yoga, meditation to support your moon, because Saturn is influencing it. And Serene, third Cancer here, Cancer, but here we see moon is in Aquarius. So I had seen moon in Aquarius for Monica also, I think. So all the Aquarius moon, Saturn is in Aquarius. So you are facing that um, challenge just now. But as moon is also your ascendant ruler, it's like a double transit for you. But so sometimes it's not allowing you to do what you want to do. Sometimes lot of responsibility, work, all those things come into play. Now we come to Simha. So up to Cancer, we have done 120 degrees. That's 1/3 of the zodiac. Then Simha, Leo to Leo, 120 to 150 degrees. And of course, the symbol is Leo, is the lion. And Simha means the lion, ruled by the sun. It's a fixed sign. Guna is Sattvic, Varna is Kshatriya, the warrior. Dosha is Pitta, element is fire, symbol is the lion. This Simha, sometimes people will also say Singh Rashi or Simha. So either one pronunciation is fine. Simha also means the best in class, powerful, roams the jungle and free. The soul yearns for freedom, yet their dharma is to establish their power in a material world. They feel they are the best. This can make them arrogant. So Simha is this quality. Sometimes I'm the king, I'm the boss, I should be strong there. Simha is ruled by the sun, and sun, you'll see, has 7 horses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometimes you'll see the moon with horses, but moon will have 10 horses. So that is something to watch out for. Importance of sun rulership. Sun is the ruler of the universe. Planets revolve around it. In the same way, people revolve around Leo. Being fiery in nature, personal relationships are hard to sustain. The fire has a tendency to burn those who come too close to it. Leo is also fixed like the sun, which shows fixed ideas, inability to face changes, staying power, reliability, and regularity. Symbol is the lion. Lion is the king of the jungle, represents power and male potency. Lion is also the vehicle of Vedic goddesses like Durga, Uma, Kali, Vaishnu Devi. Leo represents female power in relationship to male potency. Leo is connected to procreation. It's full of energy, Leo. No planet is exalted or debilitated in Leo. All planets do well in Leo except for Saturn. Saturn is not debilitated in Leo, but in its enemy sign, therefore troubled. Saturn can be resentful of power and authority of others. If you remember your story of Saturn, he's the child of the sun god, and he is not given the power as the prince. So he's always angry about that, especially with those people who are in power. Saturn's transit in Leo is also very difficult. Leo positive, dynamic, positive, creative, ambitious, courageous, enthusiastic, broad-minded, independent, tolerant. Um, Leo can be very warm and loving, you know, but they are also too rigid, egoistical. These are the negative qualities: selfish, pompous, lazy, cruel, snobbish, arrogant, self-appointed. Sometimes, you know, Leos, it's all about them, you know, so they don't bother about other people. They can be warm and loving, but at the same time, they can have this, if they have the minus quality. Physical attributes: Leo has a pale complexion, well-built, strong, heavy body. Leo like to live in forests, enjoying their freedom, do not like others to give them boundaries. Leo rules the heart, upper back, spleen, stomach, areas above the navel. So this is Adam Levine. He's a musician, American musician. I don't know whether you have heard of him. He's a frontman of a band called Maroon 5. And he was also the judge on American Voice, the program. But you know, he has very complicated ascendant because he's Leo. So you can see here, the Leo quality is there, but he has Saturn and Rahu in Leo. So remember, Saturn is uncomfortable in Leo. Rahu, both of them are very determined. So he's hugely successful. But this Saturn Rahu, you know, this can cause stress to him, anxiety, stress, maybe even anger. And the Lord Sun is in Pisces, very idealistic. Next week, we'll talk Pisces. So you see that there's so many influences on his ascendant, on Leo, that we have to make sense of all that quality that is there. So let's see who's the Leo here. We have Aesop is Leo. So here we see Sun Leo, no planet in Leo, but the Sun itself is in Capricorn. Moon is also in Capricorn and Mercury is Capricorn. So next week when we do Capricorn, then you will understand more about Capricorn. But you see, you have this contrasting personality. One is Leo, I'm the king, I'm the grand master. And then Capricorn, I'm practical, I'm down to earth. Capricorn is an earth sign ruled by Saturn. So you see, all those different qualities are there for you. Jaja, again, Leo. Now here we see Leo, again, Sun in Capricorn with Jupiter in Capricorn. And so we have the same like Aesop with the quality of the Leo, that I'm great. Also with Leo, you have to see whether Gandanta is there, because start of Leo is Gandanta, but here this ascendant is 3 degrees 19 minutes. So there is no Gandanta here. So it has to be just 0 degrees, 0 to 48 minutes for it to be Gandanta. Kela, Leo. And here we see Leo with ascendant ruler Sun in Taurus. This is a very good position for the Sun with Mercury and Moon. So you have an exalted Moon, you have Sun in Taurus. So Sun and Moon both in Taurus, ascendant in also Taurus. They're all fixed signs. So when you have a signature of fixed signs, that means that you could be very fixed in ideas, committed, doing things your way, working hard. Career is important for you. But you have the Leo quality that it's not necessary you want to be the boss, but Leo want to be appreciated. That is an important factor for Leo. But Kayla, you're as much Taurus as you are Leo, because you have 3 planets and Sun and Moon in Taurus as well. And this is Levant, and again we see Leo with Saturn in Leo. So Saturn in Leo, what you have to be careful about Saturn in Leo is that you don't start resenting people, because Saturn in Leo feels unsettled in Leo, but your Sun ruler in Sagittarius, that is a very good position. Sun in Sagittarius, another fire sign, but Saturn in the ascendant in Leo, sometimes you feel a lot of responsibility. And so that is the other thing, is how you're dealing with it. Whenever I see people with Saturn in the ascendant, they are always very hardworking, but they feel somehow all the problems of the world on their shoulder. So you have to learn how to handle that. And last one, Mary here, Leo with Ketu there. So Ketu, we know, is astrology, and Ketu is sort of interesting. Ketu doesn't want power, strength, whereas Sun wants that, Leo. So you have the 2 differing qualities, but Ketu is also a fire element. Ketu's element is fire. So definitely shows interest in astrology. Of course, you are here, spiritual things. But sometimes when people have Ketu in the ascendant, they can feel headless. That means that people don't recognize who they are, what they need in life. So that is an important factor. And the Lord Sun is very well placed in Sagittarius. There is no Gandanta here, either one. So Sagittarius is the spiritual warrior, and it's also the sign of the Guru. So that is a good energy for you. The last sign today, Virgo. So that's a 6 sign, Kanya, Virgo, 150 to 180. That means half of the zodiac we are covering today. And I love this picture of the Kanya. Kanya is a young girl, and Kanya is ruled by Mercury. It's mutable. Guna is tamasic. See, the other sign ruled by Mercury, Gemini, is Triguni. It has all the 3 gunas, but Kanya has a tamasic quality here. Varna is Vaishya, dosha is Vata, element is earth, symbol is virgin. Kanya means a virgin or a young girl. The main thing about young girls is they grow up. The moment a young girl gets involved in life, she becomes a woman. This is the great complexity of the Virgo impulse. To remain unblemished by life, they live. Yet everything they experience brings maturity, spoils the purity of their thoughts and actions. So, sometimes one has to think that this life is not perfect. So the pursuit of perfection, that virgin, that pure energy that Virgo is looking for, that is sometimes you're not achievable. So you have to talk to yourself about that. Kanya cannot sustain their purity idealism through their journey. Virgo soul has to be involved in the world of matter. However, involvement solely in material concerns doesn't nurture their inner self. What they must realize is their soul will remain incorruptible, but they need the spirituality to sustain their material role. They need to be spiritual. And Kanya is ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules the sign, is also exalted here, and Mool Trikona. So Virgo is very much a representation of Mercury. Mercury's exaltation refers to the intense mental activity undertaken by Virgo in trying to overcome the limitations imposed on it by karma and previous lives. It shows the flexibility of Mercury, high intelligence, and analytical nature. If the Virgo accept that they have some limitations and they need to aim for purity, but at the same time, if they don't achieve 100% perfection, they should not feel unhappy about it. Symbol is the Virgin, and I don't know why this is, one sec, let me just, this is covering the bottom of the screen. Okay, so this is the Virgin Goddess, and one sec, let me see. I'm trying to remove the, I'm not able to do it. Anyway, this is the Virgin Goddess, and she is in a place called Kanyakumari. And Kanyakumari is at the bottom of India. When you see India, India has that bottom like that. Right at the bottom, there's a town called Kanyakumari, and the goddess Kanyakumari lives there. She's the Virgin Goddess, and people go to visit her to get blessing to get married. So she herself keeps waiting for her husband to come. But people will go to, if you want to get married and you are looking for a spouse, you'll go to visit her. Venus is debilitated in Virgo. Venus in Virgo is pure virginal, but the moment it gets contact with a man, it becomes a woman. Demands perfect marriage, goddess in marriage, particularly difficult in a man's chart. Water element of Venus gets muddied in Virgo. Now, you see, Venus in Virgo doesn't mean that you will not get married, but you are very critical about marriage and you're very particular. And in a man's chart, Venus represents the wife, and Virgo is, sorry, Venus is marriage for everybody, but wife for in a man's chart. And in a LGBTQ situation, if you're calling your partner wife, then you'll say Venus is wife. If you're calling husband, then Jupiter is husband. So here you have to look at this, but for everybody, Venus is the significator for marriage. So Venus in Virgo doesn't mean that you will not get married. And Virgo positive, intelligent, analytical, meticulous, quick-witted, modest, prudent, economical, diplomatic, cautious, methodical, excellent at business. This is a special quality. My editor is got Virgo ascendant, and she is so perfectionist with my books. And editing and getting the best out of it. I always feel that my books, the quality of my books shines because she comments and she'll say, this is not right. She picks up everything. That's a typical Virgo quality, very good quality Virgo have. They have that eye for beauty. Uh, Virgo negative, they can be fussy, finicky, critical, nervous, hypochondriacs, always thinking about their health. But sometimes they can be too fussy. So that is a negative point, too critical, too analytical. So that's something that Virgo has to watch out for. Virgo complexion can vary from fair to dark. They have well proportionate medium sized body. They like to live in the mountains, need fresh air of open spaces. It's an earth sign, Virgo. Virgo likes the earth. Virgo rules intestines, abdomen, portion below the navel, above the genitals. And here we have a very Virgo personality, Beyonce. She's very famous here, American singer. Not that I've ever heard her music, but I have seen her, and she's very Virgo, very feminine, beautiful. And you see here, she has 1, 2, 3, 4 planets in Virgo. And her shows, her singing, I'm sure when she writes, she's very particular about how she writes, how she promotes herself. She's got exalted Mercury, debilitated Venus. She's been married for a long time, but definitely, there have been issues there. She also has Sun in Leo. So that grand personality, Leo, they like to be kings. She's the queen of music, but you're surprised about her Virgo personality. And but I think it's very appropriate for her. Every detail about her costume, the way she dresses, her music, it's very detailed. I think we have quite a few Virgos also in the class. So Lulu, here we see Virgo with Ketu in the ascendant. So Ketu is definitely about astrology, spirituality, yoga. Moon is also in Virgo. That means you're a double Virgo. Moon and ascendant. You see 3 points of a person's personality we see from the in the chart. We see the sun, moon, and ascendant. And then your ascendant ruler, Mercury, it's got a line underneath it, retrograde. It's in Gemini, another sign ruled by Mercury. Strong Mercury, but Sun is also there, Venus is also there. So you have that duality, multitasking quality, many jobs you can have, you can be talented in many things, and perfectionist, analytical. Your mind also works on all the detailed oriented activity as well. Maureen, we have Venus in, Virgo, and Saturn is there. So as I explained earlier also, whenever Saturn is in the ascendant, it's always that sense of responsibility and duty. It doesn't matter what sign he's in, because he is reminding you of karma, jobs to do, duty to resolve. And if you have it in the ascendant, it's good, you might as well do it because it's part of you. Then the ascendant ruler, Mercury, is in Pisces, which is its debilitated sign. Very idealistic, impractical, spiritual, but Jupiter is also there. So that's a cancellation of debilitation. Sun is also there, but what, Maureen, for you is a kind of a thing of opposites. You have the Virgo quality, and opposite to that is Pisces. And both of them are part of who you are, the perfectionist and the idealist. And they seem very similar, but they come from different poles. Natalie, Mercury in Virgo, And sorry, not Mercury in Virgo, Virgo ascendant, no planet is there. Ruling planet Mercury is in Taurus in the good solid position. Mercury likes being in Taurus, close to the sun. The thing is this, always Mercury is going to be close to the sun. So what is unusual is if Mercury is not next to the sun. But here, this is, you know, Taurus gives a base to Mercury. Virgo, earth sign, Taurus, earth sign. So there's a practical energy for you, practical, realistic, down to earth. But definitely Taurus will also be wanting food, luxury, comfort too. But idealism is there. Sabrina, another Virgo. And here now we see the rule, no other planet is there, and the ruling Mercury is gone in Aries. So what does Aries do to Mercury? More impulsive, adventurous, changeable, um, irritable as well. So I don't want to put the words in your mouth, but you have to think about it, that I'm Virgo ascendant, my ascendant ruler is in Aries. How does it affect? You have exalted sun in Aries. We just studied Aries. So these are all influencing you. They're quite far apart, Sun and Mercury. So Mercury is not combust here. There is distance. They're not combust here. And Sandy, they're similar, almost near birthdays must be. Virgo and Sun, Mercury together in Aries. So we have that impulsiveness, adventurous spirit. I can do anything, Aries. Mercury is also very much thinking, analyzing, but at the same time, open to new ideas. That is what the Aries aspect is. And last chart, Yunnan, there we see Virgo again, same quality, Virgo will be the same, but where it changes, each sign will change because where the ruler is placed, any planet in the ascendant, here we don't have any planet in the ascendant. Mercury is in Gemini, very good position, own sign. It's with Ketu, so definitely interest in astrology. Mercury Ketu combination you see very often as a signature for astrologers, spiritual people. You are studying Jyotish, so that must be something that is there. So next week we are going to do Libra to Pisces, and you have an assignment. It's just to continue the study of Rashis, Aries to Pisces, learn the Sanskrit name for the Rashis. And I just gave here, like Aries is Mesha, Taurus is Vrishabha. So this is just effort you have to make, that you should know all the 12 names of the Rashis. And this assignment is not to send to Keiko, not to send to me. This is only your personal learning assignment. And okay, Natalie is talking about, I presume, Adam Levine. I heard a lot of people in showbiz say he's very ambitious, selfish personality. Possible, you know. The thing is this, Natalie and others, I find that you know, when people talk about somebody and say this person is selfish or this person is good, bad, whatever, if I have their chart, I can look at it to see whether those qualities exist. So like I have shown you Adam Levine's chart, so you can see what is the quality. So there's a publicity, and then there's what you can see. Same with the Beyonce. I always, once I know the charts, I always feel that sympathetic towards the person because there's some grahas are holding on to you. So I always feel that. And Shivani is saying about Beyonce being the date Sun should be in Libra. I think Sun goes into Libra 17th of October every year, 16th, 17th of October every year. So that is it for today. Thank you very much. If anybody has any question, anything they'd like to ask. Shivani says she's a couple of days younger than me, but Sun was in Leo. So yeah, I don't remember Shivani, her birth data. Let me just get it out. Yeah.
Camilla,
Yes.
hi, one question about K2 and Taurus
Mm.
and its debilitation. Do you think that that could also mean that they're like rejecting spirituality, or spirituality isn't as important because it's in a material sign?
I think I find that Ketu is a past life planet. So when you have in Taurus, it can show that you had a luxury life in a previous life and maybe you're rejecting luxury just now rather than rejecting spirituality. You have Ketu in Taurus, Natalie?
No, I was just
Okay.
studying a chart of someone that has K2 in Taurus that was like financial person that committed a lot of financial crimes and stole from people.
Mm.
And so I was like, you know, he had a debilitated Rahu in K2.
Yeah, you see, Rahu Ketu, they are called the outsiders and they're demons. And so if their negative side uh, manifests, then they can be up to anything. So, stealing, and the whole story of Rahu is that he has stolen Amrita. So very often, like especially in India, they'll say Rahu is very bad, he steals everything. So you can see that there are people who do that, but majority of people with Ketu in Taurus or Ketu, and they're not on that level of dishonesty. They are more struggling with the Taurus energy. But this is why I like to say the negative quality of somebody. The reason being that you do meet people like that, like what you're saying. So you have to know, yeah, that may be what led them to do it. Because when the planets are unchecked, then their bad behaviors can also be unchecked. Thank you. So I shall see you all next week. And thank you for your questions and keep asking. Next week, we are doing Libra to Pisces. Thank you.